So, new release? I don't know, not really. This
It is
new release, sure.
It's a new release.
Let's call it that. Let's call it that. It's the end of season 1 of Daredevil, Born Again. I guess I didn't really have high expectations for this show. And I think our prerogative for this is not to wholeheartedly compare this new 4th season / soft reboot of the Daredevil TV show on Disney Plus to the Netflix originals, right? But with that in mind, once I started watching it again, I just couldn't help it. I just kept thinking about the original show, and
the original is so good. I mean, I can understand why a lot of people will make that comparison, because it was just such a refreshing, interesting take on a Marvel hero. I mean, he was already gritty in the comics, but to see that in live action form, in a very dark noir look, and then excellent action, everybody generally loves the Netflix Daredevil show.
Yes.
So before we go into it, let me talk about the production of this, because I think that'll help contextualize some of our problems with what's going on. Because it kind of, after reading about the production issues, I kind of feel like, now that I've seen the final product, I can see why it's kind of lacking for me, because I'm assuming budget, time restraints, all that fun stuff that happens. So this was originally supposed to be 18 episodes. And it got split into 2 seasons, and we got 8 episodes of season 1. The studio was originally trying to experiment with self-contained episodes. So that kind of becomes evident when you watch the series. The characters Foggy and Karen were originally not part of this new season of Daredevil.
You can argue that they're not.
and they technically aren't, but yeah, I'll go to more. So what happened was production got halted because of the writer's strike. Lots of stuff got fucked up because of the writer's strike. But what happened is they had already filmed 6 episodes. So they had to. So after the heads saw what was coming out, they decided, okay, we don't like this. They got rid of the original showrunners and decided they wanted to retool the whole thing, because it was originally more along the lines of a legal procedural. That's evident in one of the episodes. Yeah. And the character Daredevil actually didn't get into costume until like episode 4. So very, very, big change of like what people would expect from a superhero television show. So what happened is they kept some of the scenes and some episodes that were already finished fully intact. And they wanted to try to keep it in tone with the original Netflix show, but it would be more of a New York crime story. So we have a new showrunner, Dario Chartapane. He originally worked on The Punisher. And then Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, they were hired to finish the remaining episodes that needed to be retooled. So Chartapane, interestingly enough, argued to bring back the characters Foggy and Karen, even though they're technically still not in this season.
Wait. Before I continue, I will say, arguing to have them come on just to, write them out is like, that's actually kind of more of a slap in the face, I guess. Also, it's like, it's a waste of time. Like, just kind of ignore it. The soft reboot's a soft reboot. It's almost like you're kind of like, it feels like you're kind of ashamed a little bit of the original stories. I guess I get the studio notes. It's like, okay, we need everything to be in line so that everyone can watch everything that exists in the Marvel cinematic and television universe. But honestly, it's like, if I just want to watch Daredevil, I should just be able to watch Daredevil. Like, I actually do not care. I guess I'm not in the target audience. Like, I just want to watch Daredevil for the sake of watching Daredevil.
A lot of these people absolutely hate you.
One thing I want to do is I want to talk about some things I liked about the show. And because like there isn't much.
Okay.
I think Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, they're great
amazing.
actors. They embody the characters very well. Despite the fact that I wasn't really crazy about the story, their acting still kind of hooks me. I'm still interested in them because I still feel they are doing the characters right, despite the fact that I might not like the story that they're in or the dialogue that's kind of that they're working with. So like the acting overall is just pretty good. So I'll give it that. Like if you like those characters and you like the actor's portrayal of them, I think you'll still like that aspect of this show. So when it comes to the story, I don't know if I like it. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't like it. I like aspects about it because
I'm on the same boat with you.
I think it's very worrisome how it is very reflective of the current world right now, where you have essentially a convicted criminal who comes into a high level of power on a government level. He's Wilson Fisk. He is a former crime lord, and he becomes the mayor of New York City. Still better than Adams. Still better than Eric Adams. So that is very interesting.
It's fiction imitating reality, I guess. Yeah.
Like, so it's a little too real, and it's kind of scary how he is rounding up essentially the bad cops. He's weaponizing bad policemen to use as kind of like a task force to do things outside of the law, circumvent the law, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's interesting and that's scary. I don't know if it actually works with what in how they did it with the show, but like that idea, I think is very frightening.
Well then, we really do understand each other.
I, for one, do not watch superhero things, but I made an exception for Daredevil because this is something actually, weirdly enough, was looking forward to because I like the original show. They're standalone, good martial arts fight scene shows. They're really great. The original show.
It's some of the best. A lot of people praise in the original show. Every season has one very well choreographed fight scene. And they're usually oneers. So
where do we go from here?
Well, the first episode opens with a oneer. They tried, but it is
janky.
It's not a true oneer, and they had to do a lot of stuff to hide that.
Yeah.
So it is Daredevil and it's the character Bullseye. They're fighting in a bar, and what happened is the Bullseye character throws in a smoke grenade into the bar, and it is CGI smoke everywhere. It is people running back and forth from the camera, running in and out, and the compositing is not good. It is too obvious. And so for me, because I noticed this stuff, it was, like you look at the action, which is just, it's okay. It's fine. But because of all the glaring compositing things that I can't turn my brain off for, I just didn't care for it. And in my opinion, it wasn't good.
Well, no, that's my opinion too. It wasn't good. The premise alone, smoke bomb gets thrown into a room. Like, oh no, that they're just gonna hide things. It's like a deliberate attempt to hide imperfections. Maybe not even perfections, just like the fact that like they couldn't spend the time to just have good action choreography here, and all the praise that the actors gave to the rest of the production staff. That like, oh yeah, so I'm so glad that like we actually have like Disney Plus money now, so we can have make Daredevil do crazy things that he wasn't able to do. I'm like, man, that stuff looks terrible. Like, it looks awful. Like him running on the show, him running on the rooftops. I'm like, but he's like floating and he lands in the most awkward way, and like that looks so like fake. It looks so computerized. and it's like that's where the Disney Plus money came from. Like that's what it gave us. It's really ugly to look at.
I wonder if they're contractually obligated to talk
Yeah, they
about
probably are.
talk about like, oh, we're so happy to have this Disney budget, when in reality they probably have like less of a budget than the original.
The show at least starts off with a bang, a literal bang, and it's like really like it gets your attention. But the action was like, oh, this is what it's gonna be like. Ugh. It's like, ugh.
I was hoping that the first episode had the worst action, and and unfortunately, it turns out that was the best action scene of the whole series.
Oh my god!
Not the whole series, the whole
show, season, yeah,
of this whole season, and it's not that great.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's not good. But man, I was at least hoping that there'd be one more fighting or two better fighting.
Better fighting.
I got neither.
Lots of camera stuff feels unfocused. Like what are we looking at?
Yes. There's a fight in like underneath a bunch of scaffolding, and I was like, and I don't have to go into specifics. All I can say is like coming out of it, I audibly grunted. I was like, oh. As I was watching it, I was like, what the hell is this? That's when I kind of just checked out. I was kind of done with the show. I was like, okay, I know there's not going to be any great fights from here on out.
I think I saw social media posts about, oh, we put a lot into the final action episode of the season. So I was like, okay, at least it might end with a bang. And it, I don't know. I think I just didn't like the action direction of it. Yeah, lots of slow motion that, like I think a different creator would make that work. They know how to film it better. Overall, just messy.
Yeah,
kind of hard to see. They shot it. I mean, it was in the dark, so it works better for the costume. Yeah, of course. But then, literally, it's in the dark, and I feel like I don't know what I'm.
Yeah, the original show didn't have that problem, though, right?
Yeah. Well, they knew how to film in the night because they intentionally had that in mind.
Yes.
And this, it's just not good. The action overall, it's just unfortunate because I don't want to keep comparing it to the original, but the original was known for the action. So if you're gonna do this character again, you got to have them be in good action scenes. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to watching season 2, but I don't know. Like, what I'm kind of hoping is everything that we don't like about it is just because of all the production mishaps. And now that they fully can just work off of where they left it off with, like making everything their own, it'll be better. They'll have more time, maybe more budget. They'll do better action and they'll do better story at this point. Right.
Well, the reviews for this show are surprisingly pretty good. So I'm hoping they're not taking the wrong lessons from this. Like, oh yeah, the show's good. Just continue the way it is. Like, I think it needs a little bit of retooling. Not by a little. I mean, like a lot of retooling. Yeah. Like it's like it's. I'm not saying just straight up cater to the original fans and only that, but like at least from the action standpoint, like that's a major step back for me.
Like I was saying before, it doesn't have to be like the original, like with that noir look. I want them to do something different, but I want it to be a good story. I want to like the story overall. Because basically after like the third episode for me, it just started really going downhill. Like I just started getting bored with all these side characters I don't care about and all the stuff going on with him being mayor. It just
I mean, weirdly enough, I do look forward to season 2 because you kind of have to, because like with the way it ends, like, I mean, you can't just end it there, right?
It's okay. Well, you don't have to give in to sunk cost fallacy. You can stop.
I guess.
You can stop my God. If you don't like something.
I guess. I guess I can just pretend like this season never happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I mean, you know what the thing is? Like, I was so upset with the show as I was watching it, but more like upset as in like disappointing son just bringing home like a failed test. It's like, that's how I felt as I was watching. Oh, come on, man! Like you studied for this. Like
the best thing about New Yorkers is that they say whatever they want. They will tell you.
There's no way to run a goddamn railroad.